Stretch the arms. Ooh. Loosen up a bit. Try to unwind from a day. Another day on the books. The day job and making the dinner. You know, life and its routine. Tonight's theme is letting go. Of those things in your past that make progress ever so slow. I think I'm here on this earth to try to help people see their own past as something to believe has value. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Sometimes I don't know what to say, I don't know what to sing, so I'll make something up on the spot. It's a certain version of panic, when really there are no wrong answers, so why not just go for it? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Life is a blur, that's okay though. We find our way through the storms. I know I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hello, Johanny Garcia. Thank you for tuning in to the Wayne Burton Music Hour, where I publicly admit I have no idea what I'm doing, yet I do it a lot. You see, music can feel like a space without thought, which means before you play, you have to kick it into the right gear. And a lot of the times I don't remember what I played, and that's okay, because I love playing new things, and I love trying to leave the past behind as soon as possible. That doesn't mean it doesn't have value. It just means that there's a possibility it is negatively affecting you. So tonight's theme is letting go for a very good reason. Hello, Freda. I've been playing guitar seriously for about 8 years, maybe. But I always have struggled, as so many have, with believing in what I do and thinking of what I do has value. Struggled long have I. And it's very common, and I realize that it's, something to sort of acknowledge on my part. But admit that sometimes you just gotta kick your brain into the right gear. You know what I mean? It can be tough to do at times, but it's worth the attempt. And people do it all the time. I'm not saying it's a unique thing. I think everybody can turn on a dime sometimes if they need to, you know? This is my version of punching in for a second part-time job. Last month I did okay with tips, and I'm super excited about that. The problem is I set myself up for wanting to beat that number. Thank you very much. Is that Asahi? Akai? Is that what it is? Thank you so very much. I believe you. I believe your words are correct. I'm going to do it on a big stage someday, and I need your help. I need your help big time. I can't do it myself. So subscribe, spread the word, join my newsletter or my email list, which I aim to be very selective with. I know that emails have, people's emails have like 2,752 messages. So I'm not thinking that it's more or less the idea that I like direct communicating with you with a kind of method that might be a few decades old, but that's okay. Sometimes the old things are wonderful. They always will serve a purpose, you know? Sometimes, not everything. And at some point in most people's lives, they think about legacy, you know? They think about what they're going to leave behind. How much stuff, how much money, how much property, etc. My silly face. You know, I realize that I lose track of my facial expressions sometimes. And then I wonder, you know, how silly I will look. But I don't look back. I don't watch my old live streams. I put all of them on my channel just because I want it to be visual evidence of my lunacy, my insanity, my belief that I can do this on a big stage. And I'm just basically saying, look at me, please, you know? So I'll keep on playing. Yeah, that's true. When you get older, you think about what you leave behind. And I think those are very natural and valid thoughts to consider. If there's any message I could have for maybe those younger than me, it's there's no harm in pondering it when you're younger, too. Middle-aged, whatever, but yes, natural. And I like what feels natural, you know? Even while using such amazing technology such as this. It's amazing that if you told me before the internet came along that I'd be able to sit in my kitchen and just put up a camera and beam myself out live to whomever wants to check in, watch for a little bit, see what I'm up to, then I would say that's impossible. That sounds incredible. And here I am, and it feels incredible, and it still sounds like impossible. Because I am going to get to a bigger stage one day. And I look forward to it, and I need to believe that when I get to the bigger stage in my particular journey, I need to get used to a lot of painful things. And I need to be able to believe that I will be able to control my mind when I have hopefully thousands of people coming to watch me. I will need to have a personal renaissance, an internal chat with myself to sort of redefine the relationship I have with my confidence level. I stream right now, on a good week, 5 nights a week. When I'm not streaming, I'm playing a piano at a restaurant on Friday nights that I could stream from. I just keep forgetting to bring the iPad. So I think I'm going to bring it tomorrow. And it should sound okay. Apologies in advance if it doesn't. I'm just going to rough it with just this iPad and not a fancy setup. And it's funny because I look at this as not high quality because I have such reference points for other really high quality stuff that I've seen. And I realize that this is just mom and pop hour, which is a beautiful thing. I'm not down playing mom and pop, you know. Look at me. Well, thank you so much for however long you watch, for however long you're with me. I'm grateful. And I thank you. And just keep me in mind if you ever have anyone who might be interested in a musician from Vermont who just watched The Ascent of Noah Kahan. Yeah, exactly. I had a problem on Tuesday night with this stream, but I think we're going to correct that for the next garage performance. It was the first time using a PA system and a method that we hadn't tested out, so I know it's kind of garbage. But I'm too lazy and or disorganized to probably take it off the channel, even though I posted it and it sounds like crap. But the whole goal is to improve. And the theme of tonight's live stream is letting go to improve. Letting go of things in your past in order to make room for new things for your future. Yeah? Cool. Thank you very much. Whoever can tune in for however long they can, I am grateful. Thank you so much. I will try to keep it interesting. I try to play songs that I haven't played too much or make up new songs. If you walk 1,000,000 miles in another man's shoes, will you learn how to win or learn how to lose? And I don't care what the neighbors are gonna say. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. I can't believe. Hello, red strawberries. I welcome you to the Wayne Burton Music Hour. Sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna say. Maybe I'll find another way to change your mind from wrong to right. Will you learn how to run or stay in sight? I can't believe it's already over. I was just getting to know myself. Excuse me, I hate it when I cough during a performance. It's so unprofessional. Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for bringing your friend in. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm Peter. I sit in my kitchen and I play my guitar. And I play all my own songs because I can't play covers for some reason. I tried to play covers before, and there's some setting that I'm missing or some rule that I'm breaking. So I play all my own songs, and I don't get any flags. And that's a nice thing to know, is that I'm running my songs through an algorithm. That's true. You're right. A drink needs to be nearby. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Let me grab one. Dun da da da. It's my daughter's old thermos. I don't care. I got a pink thermos. It's cool. I believe it's cool. But thank you for the reminder. You're right. Hydration is very important. Hey, what's your name? What's your game? Hey, what's your deal? Thank you so much. I really appreciate the kind words. All I am is caught in the middle, and all I see is snow coming down, way down south. Lay your body down. Welcome. That's a crazy name, otherwise I would say it. That's okay, I'm sorry I missed it. But welcome, thank you so much for tuning in. This one is called The Usurper. I try to cram in as many songs as I can because I'm playing for another 30 minutes or so. So I apologize if I sort of act like a rabbit jumping from idea to idea. A lot of the times I'm trying to calm my brain down, but a lot of the times I fail. Sometimes spectacularly. I said, hey, what's your name? What's your game? Never mind, I don't care. And I said, hey, what's your name? What's your game? Never mind, I don't care. All I am is caught in the middle. Yes, I'm wearing shorts, it's hot up here. It's basically summertime. Lay your body down. I'm not the one who became the usurper. Lay your body down. I'm not the one who became the usurper. USA summertime, that's right. It's like it was 86 degrees today. Mostly blue skies. Northern hemisphere summertime. It feels so weird to go through the seasons. Believe me, I love them, but I know they take their toll. Winter can be brutal. It makes life more complicated. I know I've been here before. I'm making the same mistakes. And I know I'll never see for the one to waste my time. Lay your battered body down. I'm not the one who became the usurper. Lay your body down. I'm not the one who became the usurper. I'm lonely suburb. I tried to practice something unusual, singing while reading, it's unusual. I could practically read a book out loud, and I would worry about melody first. The words would simply be mechanical objects. I think I'm trying to teach my body to think on its own, so my mind can find its home in the arms of a beautiful destiny, fully realized as the years have gone by. I can make up the song as I go. How could you know if it's on the spot or 35 years old? These songs have history, or maybe they're just being born. Sometimes it's good to pluck. It's a lonely whisper from beyond the wall. I really miss her. I know I may have ruined it all. Any chances? You too, have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. All I know is I hope to see you at my show. I know it's a strange thing to embrace what makes you powerful. There's always a small chance the seed will grow into something you don't recognize. If time is the enemy, then who is your friend? Don't break yourself, just learn how to bend. If you drop me in the river of original sin, I stink like a stone, but I'm still gonna win. Oh, it was you I ran into on my way downtown. Have a great... Oh, thank you. I try to keep the rhythm steady. And I try to play with the rhythm too. Sometimes purposely losing all rhythm and thinking of it as like just liquid rhythm. Because there's fingers and then there's the pick, and they all have different sort of qualities to me because I taught myself guitar in a weird tuning. The third string, the high string is the 1, and it goes all the way down to the 6. And the third string I just tuned down to E. So there's a low E. I have a good ear being a drummer, percussionist. Yes, very cool. That's awesome. Well, when I'm playing, a lot of the times, I imagine if I'm playing with a drummer, I want to make sure that I'm rock solid alongside the drummer. Rhythm and tuning are super important. That is still. You gotta train yourself to hear when you're out of tune. It's not easy to do. It takes time, and I have done it quite a bit. I'm out of tune a decent amount. Yeah, I would say that if I hear a drummer, I hear the drum beat in my head because drums are actually my first instrument, technically chronologically. And then, I touched a piano, but I had a drum set first, and then I was taking piano lessons. And I'm grateful to my mother for making me do that. I never learned how to read music, but I learned to fall in love with music. Yeah, well, music has become for me a way of like audio emotion, liquid audio emotion. Because I'm compelled to do it. I'm clearly compelled to do it. There's something maddening about needing to do it all the time and every day. That's wonderful to hear. My mission on earth is clear, and it's weird to live with a mission in your head that's ongoing, but yet not fully realized even slightly. Yeah, my mom was amazing. 2 years, and I went through 4 piano teachers. On the 5th one, I liked her. She was nice. But I realized if I was practicing piano, and the table was being set, I could get out of chores because my siblings would have to take care of stuff. If I was practicing piano, it was like a sign that I was doing something good. Do not interrupt Peter. He is playing. So I ended up realizing that I don't want to play this one song that I'm learning in front of me. And I would just say, well, I'm not going to stop. I don't want to play this song 10 times in a row. I want to kill as much time as I can. So what I started to do basically was say, well, what if I just forgot about the rest of the notes and just hit these notes over and over again? And so I can't read music, but I know the chords in general theory, but not the circle of fifths or any of the classical stuff. So I always need to be in tune. Good. That's the way to do it. Nice to meet you as well. That's really cool. I think maybe whenever you play music, I think every musician playing, there's a space that you visit in your mind that I think is similar in all players. And around it is, of course, the complicated relationship they have with their life and their ego and their pain and their happiness. So once you become adept at it enough, you can sort of teach your body to play without you needing to think too hard. So if I'm practicing 5-6 nights a week, it feels weird to take a night off because I honestly am so desperate to make this dream come true that I'm not going to stop playing. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm not going to fly anywhere. I have no plans. All I want to do is play. And in fact, traveling or going anywhere gives me anxiety because it means I won't get to do this precisely in this capacity. So, my mission is just to say it as much as possible, and maybe the puzzle pieces will come into place that allow me access to some interesting opportunities, playing at different venues opening for different people, playing in different spots. I played in a garage the other night, and I've loved it more than almost any performance I've done in years. And there were just people walking their dogs down on the sidewalk, and I just felt it felt so pleasant that I want to do this for hours a day, and that's what I'm doing. Like, you're witnessing somebody that's been living with this dream in his head for so very long and has been playing like this for years and years and years and years and years, and had this sort of wavelength of like happiness and sadness. And for sometimes the happiness was so amazing. For months I was so excited about what was going on. But then it sort of fades, and then I realize that I haven't put enough time and effort in it. It must mean that I just don't believe in my mission. And I tell myself, well, how are you going to believe in your mission? And I know that the answer is obviously just do this as often as you can. Do the one thing you're most afraid of and that you enjoy the most, as much as you can. Thank you very much. I appreciate your energy and your thoughts and your wisdom. It's wonderful to meet you and to have you here and to think of just sort of having a conversation of sorts. That when I talk a lot, usually it's to give my fingers a rest. Because the way that I taught myself, it puts a lot of strain on the index finger. So this index finger has like this monstrous callus on it, because it's always being used in almost the same way. So I realized that my technique has its disadvantages. But the advantage is that you have to think less about the chords and where your fingers are. And you can think more about what you're rhythmically doing. Because if you can just hit, even one string, then you can hit these strings. And then you can put your ring finger, your pinky finger, and your index finger. Like that. And then you just move it down. And move it up a whole fret. There you go. You can play guitar. That's 2 chords. If you want to play 3 chords, you just move it down another whole fret. That's a song. That's many songs, probably. Because the beautiful thing is you have the major F to E flat to D flat to E flat to F, I think. And then the beautiful part about this is if you're playing a major chord and you move your index down a half fret, I think that's what it is, then you have the minor. Yes, you're absolutely correct. It is very helpful in getting past your past. I like that. That's a really cool, that'd be cool album name. Maybe that's a thing, I don't know. Getting past your past. I mean, ultimately you want an album that people like and talk about. And if they have to tell each other the name of the album, it's almost making them state to each other a life's mission. Getting past your past. I think will give a lot of people some thoughts, honestly. And that makes me think, I've got probably a couple more songs to go. And it makes me think, well, I'm going to play the first song on the album. And the album is done. I'm just slow on pulling the trigger on making the CDs and putting it to streaming. Because obviously I am scared as hell. Not that people won't like it, but that it just doesn't elicit much of a response from anybody. Yeah, I'm definitely nervous. Well, it's also because I listen to music that was made in such an amazing way. Can you test it out?
Yeah.
Nice. It's testing out paper airplanes. That, I forget what I was talking about. I always do that. There's probably something to do with trying to feel better. Oh, getting past your past. Oh yeah, the album. There's songs that I'm really happy with, but I also know there's songs people are going to fast forward through and skip all the time. That's sort of my visual already, is that like when they get to song 3, they're like, you know. So I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't have put that song there. Darn it. Ozzy, interesting. Ozzy is a formidable character, a formidable force. Interestingly, I love Ozzy because of I never was like into Black Sabbath, but his solo album hit me, No More Tears, right around my early teenage years. And I listened to that thing over and over again. It was pre-internet. I had one CD and I was at like a summer camp school thing. I just go back to my room and just lie in my bed and listen. And it was so simple. I didn't have the internet back then. I do know Elliott Smith, absolutely. His stuff is phenomenal. And I understand that he may have been a bit of a tortured soul. I don't know his stuff specifically, and I should. The truth is, what I do is sort of, if I open the floodgates, and I have, and I did a long time ago, music becomes granddaddy. I don't know. And older music, yeah. There's just so much to consider in the realm of music that my brain literally melts, thinking that I probably am copying someone somewhere. Okay, so back to the album. I am both very excited, but I am also happy that in anticipation of it being released, I'm playing more than I ever have. So it's sort of like on accident, subliminally. Interesting. I like that. I like that. Well, I also don't want to. I want to be tortured, but channel it in a good way, if I can. I don't know. I think maybe people torture themselves too much sometimes. And maybe there are people that haven't tortured themselves at all, or just a little at least. And these songs on the album remind me of being potentially the most depressed I've ever been. So you can understand how they would be a little bit of a sensitive subject for me. But I have played these songs plenty of times, not thinking about how and where they were recorded, and when they were written, and what state of mind I was in while writing and recording them. I can detach myself, and that's the theme of tonight's live stream, is letting go. By letting go, you invite room for something new, something that can carry you into the future. So you are creating in real time a past that is a happy past. It doesn't have to be 92% happy was the joke the other day. You don't have to be 100% all the time. At the same time, yes, letting go, you grow. Letting go helps you grow. Letting go, it truly helps you grow. I think you know you will be free when you let go of your broken history. 92% happy, the other 8% is sadness, anger, and fear. You can't run from it, you can't ignore it, and that's okay. Sometimes I feels like I turn into a life coach when I'm the biggest hypocrite there is. I'm a very flawed human being, and that's okay. There you go. I like that. You're right. That's a good idea. My merch. You know what? I'm going to say something crazy. I've never even thought about merch before. I mean, I had a logo for a little bit that I was like, this is going to be on shirts and bumper stickers. And I still have it. And I think it's kind of cool. It's like a P and a W and a B, and it's sort of round. I don't know. Or, I don't know. I mean, advertising myself feels incredibly weird. And you can understand why. And I will, to the end of my days, always say how weird it is. If a song or a lyric or a photo or an artwork got on someone's shirt or a hoodie or a hat or whatever, that would feel so incredibly fulfilling to me that I would have a difficult time explaining how it feels. So I'll just try to do it with music. All right, I'm going to do a couple more. I've been doing shorter streams, and I feel bad about that. A lot of times if I felt like 100%, I don't know, like it was the right time, I could probably stream for like 4 hours. I swear to goodness. I should go on Twitch, I know. I'm not very good with business stuff. 92% Peter Wayne Burton, your fans will be called 92% Waynes. 92 PWs. I think people would be comfortable with 92%. I think 100% has been overused too much, which is redundant. Overused too much. That could be the name of an album too, because it would be sort of making fun of myself. 92% of the time, don't think about the 8%. Keep your thoughts on that 92% happiness. See how it's the majority of the time, but it's not perfection. You're not shooting for perfection. There are many things that need to be perfect. Don't get me wrong. If you're building a bridge or designing a space shuttle or a car or something very important, you're gonna want to make sure it's as close to perfect as possible. I feel like my used 2018 Hyundai is 92% perfect. It needs new tires and a brake job. I need to stop being such a slob. I agree. You are my note takers. You remind me. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't put that on you. I will try to remember, but I do obviously I treat music meditatively, and time just disappears. I swear to God. I look at this timer on the oven, and it's a good thing to look at a timer while I'm playing, and obviously it's on the screen as well. Because I'm like, all right, am I blabbing too much, or should I finish a song? And I think I should play a song, and I need to sort of stop and not annoy my neighbors too much. So, this one is called A Matter of Time. It's the little things you regret. Just remember, you're not done yet. You are the wind, high and the trees. Rock me gently in your ocean breeze. And it's only a matter of time before the end of the line. And it's only a matter of time. And I don't know which way I'll go. I'll figure it out when I get there. You are the wind, I am the trees. Rock me gently in your ocean breeze. And it's only a matter of time before the end of the line. And it's only a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Here I go again. All my secrets laid bare. Oh, here I go again. And I don't even care. It's the little things I miss about you. I know I'm gonna miss you too. Don't upset the neighbors. Oh God, what would happen if I got a text message and someone told me to quiet down? I can tell you it's happened a half a dozen times in the past 3 months. Not from these neighbors, they did it once. And that's okay, because I was overdoing it with my volume and the piano. But it only made me want to play more, because the more I don't have an amazing studio, the more I think I'm a failure. The more I think I'm a failure. At least you admit it. Overdoing it. I try to think of honesty as a breath of fresh air. If I'm honest with myself and those around me as much as possible, maybe I can have a small impact on their lives. Because eventually the goal is to build a studio that kicks so much ass, I'm gonna wanna invite people over to record and play, or play and record. See, this studio would be so incredibly awesome. It would have 2 attached apartments that would be pretty much self-sufficient if people wanted to stay for a week or a month. Deployment love song. Den. Fade to Black by Metallica. Yes, okay. Do you want me to play those, or they're just... Yes, I'm going to get the studio. I'm going to build this studio. Once I have the budget, you don't even understand. You have no clue. Or maybe you do, and that's why you're watching. Because I'm not doing this as a fuddy-duddy. I'm just going to do this or play a couple of songs. No, I have a very extreme desire to do this on a large stage. And when I'm on the stage, I don't know Deployment Love Song. I'm sorry. Sorry, Danny. I don't know too many covers. In fact, I don't play any covers. Not on this stream. I will get better about doing that at some point. Because ultimately, if I play it on a big stage and I have a budget at my disposal, then that budget, when I'm not touring, I will put towards finding a place to renovate into my dream home. I cannot play Fade to Black, no. I don't know any covers, and I'm a selfish, narcissistic individual at times because I don't listen to other music all that much because I'm writing and recording and listening and playing to my stuff so much. Yes, I know. I admit it. I fully admit it. That does not mean I don't listen to music. I do listen to some music and I love it. And I need to listen to more of it. I'm aware that I have an unhealthy relationship. I know. Only Peter Wayne songs. Yeah, I just enjoy playing my own stuff. And I figure I can play a little longer if I'm just not super loud. This studio will have a wonderful view, a wonderful setting, a wonderful environment. I want the studio to be internet free, or at least have a switch the internet can be turned off. And no phones work in it. I want to record all of these songs someday. I have a contest next Wednesday. It's sort of a battle of the bands, and there's 7 other bands / artists playing 4 songs. And then the winner of that next week goes on to like the final round. And then if I win the contest, I get 2 days in a studio with an engineer. And I have huge plans. If I win, those 2 days that's like hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I don't have because I'm not good with money and I have a day job that I should be making more at, but I am desperately playing music to try to make this a part-time job. This studio of mine, I've already designed it. I've already thought of it. I've already journaled about it probably 50 times. I have it visualized. I know what I want it to look like and feel like. And I want it to be just a wonderful place to visit. It's not super high-tech, not super futuristic, but very well built. See, that's the thing, is I'm setting myself up for, if I keep my hopes low and I don't think I'm going to win because the competition is probably fucking awesome, then if I don't win, then I'll just be like, well, that's okay. I tried. I'm happy I did. But if I get my hopes up and I don't win, maybe in the first round, there's a chance that the judges have a sheet where they mark, numbers down. Crowd response, originality, creativity, stage presence. And I don't know if I get to see those sheets. And obviously I can refuse to see them. But in my mind, I've already visualized the numbers being really low. Like I get a really bad rating. And I just wonder how that would make me feel if I had like 4 or 5 people give me low marks. And not only did I not pass to the next round, I was like last place. And how would that feel? And that would feel awful. But I would still keep trying, So that's what I'm doing. Hey, buddy. I'm almost done. I gotta go. So I'm on a mission. I don't want to just play in front of people because it feels good. I want to play in front of people because that's my mission. And my mission is to find out how long that mission can go. Because once I achieve, if I win, I'll be so happy. But if I lose, I will still be so happy that I tried. If I get really low marks, that will just fuel me to play better. That's my mission. And if I'm ever able to have a budget, I will build this studio and I will record all of my own music in it. And I will invite all these people, maybe one at a time, for a couple of nights, a couple of days, a couple of weeks, to come record and hang out. Yes, you're right. I believe you. Staying positive is absolutely true. Like, you have the power over your own brain. I have the power over my brain. Yes. When I get to my performance, see, the thing is, there's 7 other acts and everybody plays for 20 minutes. So if I'm playing at the end, I could be sitting through a lot of music, and I'm not used to going out and having that concentration ability. I'm used to playing every night, and I'm thinking about playing every night. It's sort of a curse. I shit you not, to have music in your head that you can't not hear, and you just want to play, and you sort of feel like you'd be sad if you went to sleep without playing. So it's weird. Maybe it's ADD. Maybe it's just restless soul syndrome. That's what I diagnosed myself with. Headphones. That's true. It's true. Well, I think my method for my fears. I love the things I thought you did. There you go. I like that. That's great. Eventually, at some point, I would just love to do a theater tour with just my guitar and a piano and a loop pedal, including some vocal loops that I can do. I've seen people do amazing things with loops, and I want to throw my hat in the ring. So you can understand how maybe it's difficult for me to deal with regular reality because I have all these simultaneous thoughts going on. I think about the studio almost every day. And I also think about the possibility that I get the studio all done and I walk in and I don't like it. And it doesn't feel right. That would be a really sad feeling, you know. But I also have learned I do a lot of my best work without thinking about it at all ahead of time. So, the last song on the album, I recorded in 6 hours. I did all the instruments and just burned through it. The other songs I spent months on. Overthinking, tweaking, overanalyzing, adding, subtracting, doing mixes, mix after mix after mix, adding, subtracting. And I had to decide when the songs were done. And that was such an impossible task for my brain to do that it gave me incredible anxiety to have all these songs in my head all at the same time, and I couldn't get them out of my head. And I wanted to get them done, and everything that prevented me from getting them done, I hated, or I got frustrated with. And the things that would prevent me are like my own thoughts, of course, but the idea that I needed to, a day job, the idea that I needed to be a father, the idea that I needed to be a friend and a son. But I'm so distracted all the time. No ifs, ands, or coulds. Depressing mentality. I have to acknowledge the fact that there's a certain part of me that's in love with my depression. Because you can learn a lot from depression. You can see it in others. You can see it in yourself. And just because you see it doesn't mean you know what to do about it. Because if you feel depressed, chances are people around you notice. And you don't know how to describe your depression, so you try to fake it. Act happy, And that makes a lot of sense to me. People make perfect sense to me, yet no sense at all. I don't take requests because I don't play any covers. I'm sorry. I know, it's silly. I should be playing covers. And I play more covers on piano when I'm playing this restaurant that I play every Friday night. I'm probably gonna. I gotta end it there. But I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna try to stream Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Um, yeah, I know. I know. Everybody's disappointed I don't play covers. People want to hear songs that they're familiar with. I get it. Um, Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for having an amazing soul and personality and heart and intelligence and creativity. Thank you for having genuine courage and kindness, compassion and intelligence locked away in that brain of yours that you share a certain degree, a certain amount on a daily basis. Thank you for doing that. Keep doing that. Keep being awesome. Support people. You support people. I hope people support you. I hope that you are feeling good about what you're doing and what you have experienced and the decisions you have made. I hope you're looking forward to good things in the future. I sit here in my kitchen just spouting off, attempting to say things that I hope contribute to the permanent record. Thank you so much, Freda, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you. God bless. You're awesome. Keep on playing. Keep on being awesome. I'll see you again real soon, okay? If on the piano tomorrow night, I'm going to try this, or Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night. So I'm just going to be going nuts. Someone told me that consistency is huge when you're a live streamer, and I understand that fact. I'm not blind to it. I think that I just love the fact that I get to play music for 2 hours a night for the next 4 nights in a row. And I have been playing music for most nights. So I'm a total addict, and I'm afraid of what happens if I stop doing it. And I truly miss it if I don't do it. So I created like a pro-depressant for myself. So instead of an antidepressant, I just need to think of it as a pro-happiness. I will see you on the iPad. I'm going to make it happen, I promise. Have a great night. Thank you so much. You're awesome. I'll see you real soon, okay? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, indeed. So many good things ahead. You rock. I'll see you soon, okay? Yes.